Alright, so, part 2 of our playthrough. But we're still on the same stream, still with the same delays. Next up will be the Clubman Cup, which is going to be a little bit more difficult than the Sunday Cup, but still relatively easy. Your Chrome Circuit, Route 5, and Deep Forest, no limitations, same price, Echelon, and I think we should try the MX5, but this time, I'm going to give oil change. I think. Or you know what, should we use the AE86? I'm not sure. AE86 has more horsepower. But we also might want to use that for the FF challenge, or the FR challenge. No idea. Brenton Roadster will definitely have to come back to the MX5 for that. You know what? I'm actually thinking let's drive the Durifto car, because it might be the only time I use it. Let's do that. AE86, get in. We're making these decisions on the fly, because I am a amazing planner. Let's give it an oil change, let's give it a horsepower boost. We'll show you how GT3's oil changes work. You might think, why am I changing the oil? It's brand new. And it wasted a good chunk of my money that is already pretty slim. But if you go back, it increases to 133 horsepower, which for this car is pretty significant. So, let's go racing. We'll use the A86 for this one, just for a little bit of diversity. We'll come back to the MX5 and we'll probably need to upgrade it. And if this doesn't work out, then we might need to. And you know something I should have done before, but we only spent 250. I should save the game too. I'm incredibly stupid. But yes. This is the first save we'll be doing on this memory card. We're using a real memory card. And we'll save this, just in case something goes wrong. Good for if we upgrade a car and then we realize it's too much, so we don't drain all our money. But you know what, one oil change is not. So, Clubman Cup, Rome Circuit, let's go. Rome Circuit also returns from GT2. Rome Circuit is a meme track if you follow that, but there's no historic car cup Rome Circuit in this game. So, we're fighting a PT Cruiser. That's going to be the car to look out for, totally. Anyway, as usual, we gotta turn off our driver aids because really having trash control on a car that doesn't unnecessary. PT Cruiser, MRS, MX5, Story X4, and 206. So some slightly faster cars. In the A86 be up to the challenge. I feel like this is a mistake. But let's see. There's rubber banding in this, so it has potential. Why are you not playing Asphalt 9? Have you watched anything from the last 2-3 weeks? Anyway, down the inside, thinking about it. Oh man, the thing's brakes, and then taking backup speed. Not great in this car. But it is staying with the pack, so I think we have a chance. We've gotta force our way through. I'm not gonna try and punt everybody. Maybe not me. Let's see. Thinking about moving down the inside, the brakes are good. Thinking about getting 3 at once. Got the PT Cruiser. MX5. The newer MX5. Newer in context of this game. 206. And we're going. Thinking about the Daihatsu here. Downshifted too early and lose all our position once. Great. That's great. How many times have I quit Asphalt 9 and 8? Just once. Like, I moved on from Asphalt 8 to 9 back in 2018. That was just because it was a new game and I started playing Asphalt 8. But I genuinely haven't raced in Asphalt 9 in over a week since that last stream. told you this is not a wise choice, but it's more challenging and it makes it more interesting. You know what? Not everything has to be domination. So, let's see. We passed the Daihatsu, had a pretty big fall from grace, beating the pack, and then dropped off somewhere. Pack is more spread out now, though. Let's see. Now we got some speed that we can carry through. We gotta just get out of there. PT Cruiser. Rolling up to K Martin PT Cruiser. As expected, the MRS is probably the fastest bunch. Let's see, 1.7 seconds. Let's see if I can arrange for something else. Pretty good climb. And I think we'll finish the race anyway to collect our prize money. Who knows, I might be able to get a run on MR2. Maybe I could send it in the last two corners. Get our slipstream. 1 second. Should I punt him? Should I punt him, guys? I'm thinking I definitely gotta send it. Full send. Full send. At the inside line of the last corner. He's slightly faster. Okay, don't hit the wall. Strategic, get in pack formation. I'll let him go. Just to increase the suspense. We got it. By less than 1/10 of a second. AE86 does it, but that was a little hairy. That was a little hairy. Gotta say. We did need to send it, so I'm thinking we switch to the MX5 for the other two races. This is a good attempt, good effort from the AE86. Got one race win, but I'm already not comfortable with using it on the other two circuits. So, especially if you're at 5 big long straight, yeah, that's not gonna be worth it. So I think we're gonna switch to the Miata. Anyway. But we'll stick with no upgrades. Let me just check, what was the power weight ratio on the 80s? 6.9. Nice. Not the 7.9 or 8.1 that we have now. Wow. Yeah, this is gonna be better off, I think. Let's give it the oil change. Just to upgrade its horsepower. We'll see how much it goes up by. I don't mind spending a little bit more. 120 horsepower. Only a 5 horsepower increase, but that's still pretty significant. For probably about 100. Alright, Clubman Cup. About 5. Let's get back in. Yeah, this game, the way Gran Turismo games work in general, especially with these no limitation ones, is you can drive anything you want, and you can make the game as hard as you would like. So, the reason I'm not doing time trial mode, just get an LMP race car and just blaze these races, because that'd be too boring. We want to drive cars that actually we want to have to race for. So yeah, if I'm winning all these races, it's one thing. But, we do have to push for it. We'll see how MX5 plays. Bigger cars. PT Cruiser again. GT Auto. Grazie, guys. Nice. What do you guys think of the new layout? The gift at the top, the events at the top, with their chat bar. That seems to be working. I'm happy that worked. MX5 gets around these cars without a little bit of a love tap from the PT Cruiser, but we're definitely keeping up with the rest of the pack, that's for sure. We can actually fight with this top cars instead of having to try and cheeky lines. Around the inside, a little bit messy, but That's what you get with old barriers. Once it gets squeezed. See if I can push it. Broke a little bit early for that. Let's cut back. Doesn't work. I've heard the Need for Speed DS ports are pretty good. PT Cruisers, thinking about a move on the overtake. Oh my god, he is wide coming into my camera. MX5 done first, 206 going around outside. Stay in top second gear. Switch to the third on the exit. Let's see how this power goes. More importantly, can we keep up with the MRS? Everyone's in a line, but I'm trying to get the slipstream. Fourth gear. Let's see. I do have more confidence in this than the A86 for sure. Yeah, I would recommend buying the used PS2. Those things are relative. In a straight line, these guys are a little bit faster. Makes a little bit sense. What we got? Control. Around the outside, thinking. Set up the insides in the next corner. Now, little tap. Lost the inside walls. Not too unfair. Switch back. Punt back around the inside. Cutting the invisible barrier. This is a great race, though, I gotta say. This is entertaining, I think. I'm enjoying it. I'm not worried. You know, in asphalt, you know, every single player race against the AI, it's no chance. AI in that game. You know, if your car was underranked, the AI would be too unfair. And if your car was green ranked, then you had no competition in the actual race. Here I actually have to race these guys. AI are reasonably fair. Alright, so MRS is faster in a straight line and on the exit. I'm gonna have to try and put a move on the last sector. Less brakes. Perfect. Now we just gotta hold. Huddle. Wall Street bets huddle. Oh man. We're gonna keep him in a line. No. Hopefully the rest of the group doesn't catch up. He is faster in the straight line, that's for sure. And no slipstream. We'll go for the outside. We're going to stay in line. And another race with less than a tenth to spare. The MX5 mode. I enjoyed that one. Everyone relatively close by. That was a good one. I like that. PS5 is backwards compatible with PS4, you're right. Alright, that was a great race. Let's keep going. Surely I buy a yellow E5. I don't know. We still have only 5,000 credits. We can't afford anything. No. We're in poverty. Clubman Cup. Let's go. So this time we're on T4. It's another long straight. This time we have an MX5J, just like the one we have. There's two MX5s in this race. Let's go. If he breaks it. Doesn't break. The slide. Oh, just barely missing up. I think we're gonna have our first loss. First loss, and not good enough. Oh boy. 2/10 off. Looks like all I can do is just full send it to just drive better. Attempt 2. Attempt 2, guys. We're just gonna full send. If I don't win this time, then I'll have to probably upgrade it. Probably put a racing chip on it because those are cheap. Let's just drive better. With assist chamber close. Let's see. Much track as we can. long. The MRS just again, just out of reach. I need one more lap. Out of reach. Just attempt to. Well, I think we've made enough money now that we can afford an upgrade, so let's just do that. It's gonna be a long episode for sure. Tune shafts. First up, I'm thinking a racing chip. Because all these other upgrades are quite expensive. Like, look at this. You can put 206 horsepower in the MX5. But a racing chip, 1,000 credits, 105 horsepower. That's not the way to go. Could afford stage 1 tune-up, but that might be way too overpowered. Our tires. Ford's tires are 5,000 credits. That could help us. Weight reduction is also a thing. There's the turbo, which could be cheap now, but I don't know if we're ready to turbo this yet. I'm thinking the racing chip might be the way to go. A quick boost to horsepower, and then we'll do another oil change. Alright, let's get back in. Alright, now watch there be no MRS in this rotation. Do all the upgrading for nothing. Regardless, we'll need the racing chip at some point, because we'll be coming back to the MX5. But there is an MRS, so... Alright, well, let's go. Maybe a qualifying would have actually worked. Oh well. That little bit extra power on the straight line. That's all I really need. Eventually we'll be coming back to you. Boost? Yes, I think I got boost from PT Cruiser there, which helped me on the hill. We're immediately fighting the other cars without having to full send it. There's the old lady story X4. I forget what it's called. I think it's called the Sirion in Europe. That's what GT5 told me, but not a Daihatsu. Or Daihatsu Doyer. I don't think we need to go well there, so we're good. Now here's a real test to see how much speed do we have on the straights. Dare I say we can actually make a pass on the straight on the 206? I have to go around the outside here. But let's bend it. Just a little tap on the outside. We're going to go a little wide, but still staying in the track. Just sliding just in front of 206. Head up for the last corner. Boom. I know this probably looks all weird. I'm talking and there's a 1 second delay. But just try to imagine that it's not like that. Losing speed on the hill, that's what I like to see. They are in better shape against the MRS, for sure. 206, the Peugeot 206 tried to pass me. Taking this at 67,000. Good throttle control. Hit up the exit. Real nice, don't even hit the wall, don't even think about hitting it. This is good. We're in good shape. I think we can set up a move on the penalty corner. Alright. Come on, yeah. We got slipstream. We got a new racing chip. Royal. This has gotta be it. Less than a second. Full throttle. No lift. Not enough steering, but that doesn't matter. Still surviving. And on the end. Biscuit for the biscuit. Just gonna give him a little love tap. Oh man, I think we got it. We're doing it for Dale Earnhardt. Messy, but I don't care. After 3 attempts, we got it. Cool. Just a slight change was all we needed. That was fine. The other MX5 was last place. Probably not the best car to use for this event, but I don't care. Won the cup. That's all that matters. Alright. Prize car time. After another almost 30 minutes of driving. What is our prize car? Let's go Burr. Let's go Burr. What is it going to be? I'm looking at the screen. What is it going to be? Oh boy, I think that's a Roadster. It is a green MX5. Just like the one we got earlier. Just what we used. Well, that was a little bit of a trolling from the game. The game does a lot of trolling, just so you guys know. A heads up. Won't be the first time this happens. But certainly not what you like to see. Just using 5. We're in poverty. Let's look at our price car. It's the same model too, the MX5J. This has got 130 horsepower, so I think this is a little bit upgraded compared to our other one. I'm not going to plan on selling cars for now. So it's 4,000 credits. Stick with it. There's that. Our other MX5 is only 126 horsepower, so yeah. Green one, in Sparkle Green Metallic, is slightly better. Power ratio is 7.53. Wait, if I'm getting that right, 7.538 versus 7.46. That's slightly better. Alright, that's our segment. We are at 1.1%, guys, so do this 100 more times, so estimate 100 hours of this. Wow. Yeah, another Miata. Alright, that's the end of this segment.